welcome back to my art studio where I'm currently getting ready for an art show. This is the last week of painting prep. I am on my final painting, which feels great, but I'm also quite tired. Last weekend was a long weekend and we went up north and enjoyed a bit more nature, which was really nice and relaxing and helped me kind of recover from my work last week where I painted 2 quite large pieces. If you want to see that video, you can click back somewhere up here. I'll put the link. It was just a bit more of a demanding week by nature. I figured that this week I would ease into my last piece. It's already Wednesday and I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. Trying to kind of honor my energy and where I'm at right now. I find often when I have a really productive week, the next week I just need to be a little quieter so that I can recharge my batteries for the week after that. And I like to think of it similarly to seasons of life where sometimes you just need those winter months of rest to come back and bloom in the spring. I like to see my art that way too. It's such a deep process, even though my paintings are quite colorful and cheerful. All that to say, I think it's good to have slower weeks sometimes, have a bit of space in between very productive times to recover and recharge, and by allowing myself and my body the time to rest and just taking things a little bit slower, that I can come back stronger next week. So, and I think this is also what keeps me really motivated with my art and in general quite happy with my life as an artist, is when I respect that balance. I guess through my 30s now, I'm just trying to really listen to my body and kind of follow a more meaningful, slower and intentional way of living and working and creating art, and this is just part of it. Over the course of the last week, I was just feeling really tired and off. As time has gone on, I've been better at just kind of letting them be what they are rather than fighting it. Instead of painting, I did do my underpainting and my sketch, and I planned out my values a little bit. Feeling back to myself, I feel like I have energy again, and I'm glad that I rested though for a bit to kind of recoup. So I'm going to show you what I sketched. It's another big one, 24 by 36. And this one is a tablescape, which again I mentioned in one of my last vlogs that I was gonna paint a tablescape of this size. However, I ended up painting a living room landscape sofa situation that I really like, which is this one. So that's what I ended up painting instead of a tablescape. So I feel like I owe myself a tablescape at this point. And yeah, I've been dying to show you guys this. So last week, spent a lot of time on the couch and I picked up this sketchbook, which is a Kunst and Papier sketchbook. And I really like these sketchbooks, not for the quality of the paper, it's more like because they're so kind of scrappy. Like the cover is just this cardboard and then the paper is so thin that it gets really like warped when I use watercolor and gouache with it, but I honestly really like that sort of texture. So I've been making these little sketches that I'm calling observations, and they're like little observations of my daily life. So I have little things like my desk, and I have Bella on the couch, some little items from the kitchen, and some flowers that I got from Matt, and then Matt and Bella on the couch. And I just find this is such a nice way for me to stay creative and keep painting without the pressure of the oil paints. I really like this one too. There's obviously a lot of my dog Bella in here. And then this is the one that I did today, which is obviously her again. But that's like our living room sort of situation. So I've been using this paint palette called Caran d'Ache. I don't know how to say it properly. I know in French it would be Caran d'Ache, but I think many of you wouldn't understand me if I said that. This is what it looks like. And these are like gouache pans, and I find them really great for on the go. And I didn't used to use this part as much for mixing, but now I really enjoy it, and I find I can just quickly, you know, I don't have to worry about having a palette or a separate plate or anything with me. I can just use that. So it's really like compact, very easy, no-brainer, sort of quick way to keep myself painting and keep going. So this has been a really like winner combo for me, and I'm just so excited to have like this book be filled up. See how the pages get like crinkly? I'm just so excited for it to be full and of just, you know, it's kind of like a nice little visual journal sort of thing. Like I did my coffee the other day, which I take decaf, so I drew the decaf and I put a little honey in it. And then I have my fireplace with all the little decor, like just random things around the house and of daily life. And it's just, I don't know, something about it just makes me feel really excited. So I just wanted to share that with you because that's been making me very happy. Really kind of enjoy these quieter weeks. It's a perk that I find about having autonomy over my schedule, and sometimes I just feel like I have a really sensitive nervous system and that I need that time to kind of recharge, and then I just show up so much better the next week. And I knew last week that doing those 2 big paintings was a bit of a stretch, and I kind of prepared myself for it, knowing that this week would be a little bit quieter. Basically, quieter for me is just like focusing on painting but not trying to get it done, just sort of being with it where it is. I'm really looking forward to the show in March, and I'm really quite happy with the body of work that I've developed. It just feels very true to me and to the things that I love and the things that I value in life, which is just like this week, a calm, quiet, cozy sort of week. If you do want to get notified of the release, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description, and they will be out sometime in March. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how they turned out. I feel like they're very cozy, they're very homey, colorful, but not like over the top. They're really what I was going for. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.